Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning to your boy, P Funk, Thinking Right, at my YouTube classroom where I do what I do for you. Today, writers 25 rules to live by storytelling, story with a message, message in the story for life. Again, life lessons. Hopefully, this will be a good one for you. I like this one, kind of personal. You know, this is Black History Month, so we're going to talk about my favorite subject, Egyptians. Okay? Be like your hero. Okay? That means learn him or her and be like them. What do you mean? No. The hero in you is God. The aspects of God, they're all inside you. Be like them, learn them. I say them meaning male and female aspects. It's not a man and woman. They're just aspects they put into male and female concepts. Understand that. Let's go with it. They say the highest form of imitation is what they consider the highest form of flattery. Okay, so if you're flattered by your god and goddess, you imitate them. Sound good? That's what I do. You learn them, you become them. We all have a hero in us, some more than one. Yeah. So you can mimic them. I'm Asar, Aset, Haru, Set, Nephthys, Anubis. I'm all of my Egyptian concept of God. Why? Because we all are. We just don't know it. And if you don't know that, that don't mean that ain't what it is or that's what's going on. Once you get knowledge of self, again, this is personalities. These are the characters that's inside you that you can bring to life and make your whole life become a whole different thing. Trust me. I have many heroes, trust me, that I want to be like. That's why I live right. And again, I got all my gods in me. I teach, learn your gods and goddesses, and then you master their aspects. That's what right thinking is all about, getting you to be the best you can be by teaching you what you need to do. Okay, I can tell you who will be the best you. But if I ain't instructing you or guiding you, how are you gonna do it? That's my point. That's why I teach. That's why I call it teaching. All right. We ever Haru for my Christian followers is Jesus. In the discussion, we ain't gonna go back and forth. Okay. So listen to this. Haru is the hero in you. Okay. Make sense to you, Christian followers? Don't get caught up in it's the same concept. All we dealing with is concept that you can bring to life. They did it 10,000 years ago. They lived it. We can't do, but we can mimic it and see if it still has its cachet. And it do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Knowledge is knowledge. I have knowledge of self. So I know who I am. But how did I find who I was? That's the work you got to put in for yourself. I want to be like Haru. That's like a Christian say, I want to be like Jesus. Okay. So you walk, talk, act, and be like Jesus. Ain't nobody want that. Haru is our spirit that's in us. Again, Christians, Jesus, Haru, same person. But we have to know him. There we go. And to be what? Like him. Okay, nobody be like Jesus. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. He was just another man with knowledge of self who tried to pass it on. He gained disciples. He gained followers. He started a whole concept that they follow to this day. Haru is the original Christ. Again, Christian. But they both mean self mastery. So it don't make a difference if you're Christian. If you got mastery yourself and I'm an Egyptian, we won't have a problem. Why? We both have mastery over self. And what the work it takes to get that is rewarded by us respecting one another for what we have. Haru Hood meant you have been anointed by who? Your father, which is God. Hello. Um, okay, I get. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I get excited. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. Haru is the son, spirit of what? Wisdom. First of all, Haru is the son of Osiris, Asar, which is spirit. His mother is Asat, which is wisdom, intuitive knowledge. So he's born to a perfect environment. All he had to do is realize it. Sound familiar? You got a mother and a father. You got everything you need. You got to do is take care of you. Become you and be the best you can be. Haru is if you become the master, right thinker, you. I hope my Christian followers, believers understand. I don't cast aspersions because you follow a faith that I don't have a problem with it. Okay, I'm learning Christianity from a different aspect. I didn't follow it. Why? It wasn't my thing. Still don't. But I'm learning it from the perspective of knowing about it. If I'm gonna talk about it, I need to know. Don't be like Set. Modern day people, Set is the devil. Okay, we know him as the ego. So the Egyptians already had a concept of Set. Already had a concept of your personality, which ran by the ego, which is what you identify yourself with, which is the id, the I, the me, the person you claim to identify with. Watch this. Set is the god of what? That aspect of evil, wrong. Anything that's not divine is evil. You can call it the devil. They didn't have devils ancient times. They had good, evil. Chaos was considered evil. Okay? No control, no order, just chaos. Same thing, whatever you want to call it. Okay? The words we use to express certain things change, but the thing that we express and haven't changed a bit. Okay? Uh-oh, nah, not the battery. God, be more careful. I'm sorry. Let's get this done, hopefully. Okay, now, Set is if you be like him, you are the opposite of God, opposite of divine. Okay? You're not living Mayat. Set is the master of what? Wrong or evil, aka chaos. Don't be like Set, but a lot of us are and don't even know it. Some of us aspire to be like Set and be proud of it, like 45. Okay? Set will have you doing the wrong with no regrets of the action that you've done. Sound familiar? I digress. If you in court for inciting a riot, that's Set. I was Set. Okay? I lived the Setanian life. Watch. When I was drug dealing, womanizing, okay, running the streets, and wilding. That was Satanian. But that's what I aspire to do. See, you got to want to do that. That's not right. That's just wrong. You have to put forth the effort to do wrong. Just like you got to put forth effort to do right. I know that now. Watch this. Now, next one is I want to be like Tahuti. Now, Tahuti is considered, well, you know him as Thought, okay? But Hermes, for the Greeks, Hermes Trismegistus, thrice great, all that nonsense. But the original character is Thought. This is considered to be your thought process. Thought, okay. Your brain, your memory. When you see him, he's the scribe. He's always taking notes. Why? Because he's keeping records. That's why. Tahuti is the God's mind. If you are a thinker, you're being like Tahuti. Get it? Now we write Tahuti. We write thinkers. Perfect. Tahuti is said to Tahuti, it was said to be the author of the Medjunetters. Better known as the hieroglyphics by the Greeks again. But the Medjunetta was considered to be the writing of God. This is why the people, they tell you the Bible is writing of God. No, it ain't. It's writing of man. The Medjunetta was considered the writing of God. That's where you got the concept from. That's all. Okay? And yet, Tahuti was considered a God. So he wrote it, writings of God. Get it? Tahuti is my favorite God aspect. Why? Thinking is my thing. AKA right thinking. Thinking is a must. That's what I'm saying. I get so annoyed when I try to break, I ain't trying to do that. You need to be able to think past the obvious. I got a lesson for that too. Tahuti is the reasoning aspect of your personality. He's your brain, your memory brain. He's the one that keeps track. And if you would take his advice, he'll help you out with that too. Okay? Tahuti is also what? Your memory bank. That's why he keep at the judgment day, he's still standing there. Okay, while they weigh in your heart, oh, he's keeping track. Why? Because if you confessing the 42 confessions in Mayat, and if any point in time you say something that he don't have, oh, he gonna check you. That's his job. See, that's all part of your personal character. These ain't people. We made them into people. We gave them identity so we could study them. We brought them to life. Come on, man. We got to be thinking again. Okay, the next one is the last one. Is another one of my favorites. I want to be like Ptah. Ptah, from the Memphite in the theology concept, Ptah uttered his own name. We put the P on it, the P is silent, but is his original name. The self-created God. He thought and spoke himself into existence. And what they're saying to you is everything starts in the heart. Then it becomes a thought. And once you utter, speak it into existence, you feel where I'm going with this? I ain't trying to preach, I'm trying to give a lesson. I'm trying to get you, it's the concept. You understand the concept, then you can follow the lessons. That's what's important. Next one is, Tug is shown with a rod, a staff, and wearing a skull cap. My man be chilling, okay? He pretty much, you see him, he blue or pretty much black, but he got a skull cap on, he got his rod. At the end of his rod is a tuning fork. It looked like this. Anybody ever know about the water main in the streets? When the guys got the water that stick, trying to go down in the water, hit the thing, the lock it, unlock it, open it, unclose it. That's Ptah's stick. That's where that comes from. But he didn't use it to cut water off and on. He used it to sound the field, the vibration in your body can tell you where the ailment was. We go to the doctor now. We tell the doctor where we hurt. Back then, they would and tell you where you hurt. I'm sorry. Okay. Ptah proves that your heart tells the mind, and the mind speaks it, gives it to the mouth, and let the mouth physically say it. They work together. Everything is in threes, trust me. Ptah had a wife, Sekhmet, and his son was Nefertim, the beautiful completion. Okay. He the one sits on lotus plant, his hand in his mouth, knowing when and when not to speak. Listen. Ptah is the first craftsman in the ultimate creator God. Why? He created himself and everything after that. He's the creator God. Okay? Master craftsman, they call him. I'll be back with some more.